Everyone thinks IShowSpeed is just chaos and energy, but his recent USA tour proves he's a strategic genius. Over 35 straight days, he traveled across the United States, streaming non-stop, and created one of the most impressive content events in YouTube and Twitch history. Let me break down why this wasn't just a trip. It was a masterclass in audience growth, branding, and content strategy. Speed announced his America tour in late August, and no one knew what to expect. The plan was simple but insane. 35 days of non-stop streaming across more than 25 states. His bus became a mobile streaming studio, capturing every moment for fans across YouTube and Twitch. No breaks, no days off, just pure content, real-time experiences, and maximum engagement. The concept was genius because it combined travel, fan interaction, celebrity meetups, and real-time streaming. Every city was a new opportunity to create viral content, and every moment on the road was a chance to grow his audience. From the very first day, Speed set the tone for a tour unlike anything the streaming world had ever seen. On day one, he rolled up to NFL legend Tom Brady's mansion, instantly creating a moment fans would never forget. The energy was electric, and it set the bar high for the rest of the tour. The tour only escalated from there. In Greenville, North Carolina, Speed linked up with one of the most famous YouTubers on the planet, Mr. Beast. The stream exploded as fans flooded the streets, watching in real time as two content powerhouses collaborated in unpredictable ways. At one point, the Twitch chat peaked at over 53,000 live viewers, all witnessing spontaneous interactions, outrageous challenges, and the kind of energy that only Speed can deliver. These weren't scripted moments. They were raw, authentic chaos that created viral moments instantly. Washington, D.C. became the tour's most watched stop. Speed explored historic landmarks like the Washington Monument, dressed in one of his signature wild costumes, interacting with fans on the streets, and bringing a level of entertainment that was both educational and completely unpredictable. Unlike typical streams or travel vlogs, every interaction felt alive, unscripted, and full of possibility. Fans didn't just watch. Many felt like they were part of the journey, experiencing America through Speed's eyes. What really set this tour apart was how genuine it felt. Speed wasn't just chasing views or money. He gave back to the people who supported him. By the end of the tour, after 35 straight days of traveling across the country, he surprised his bus driver with a $50,000 Rolex, a gesture that perfectly captured the spirit of the entire journey. Every mile, every interaction, every moment on that bus reinforced the fact that Speed understood his audience, created value, and built community while doing it. This section of the tour highlights an important lesson for creators everywhere. It's not just about numbers, it's about creating moments that people remember. Speed understood that connecting with fans, collaborating with influential figures, and keeping every moment unpredictable was the real key to growth. And as we'll see later, those choices had massive payoffs in terms of followers, revenue, and reputation. Of course, a tour like this doesn't just make waves, it also makes serious revenue. Let's break down exactly what Speed accomplished financially. On Twitch, he averaged around 16,000 subscribers per day during the 35-day journey. At $5 per subscription, and with the typical 70% revenue split that big streamers get, that brought in roughly $56,000 just from Twitch subscriptions alone. But that was only the start. The real money came from Twitch ads and YouTube. During September, Speed streamed a staggering 720 hours with an average of over 11,000 live viewers per stream. Translating that into ad revenue, the numbers get serious. Over $1.2 million in Twitch ad revenue for that month. Adding in the days from late August and early October, Twitch contributed about $1.5 million in total. But YouTube? That's where the big numbers hit. With over 93 million views on his tour streams, and because these were long streams with high engagement, Speed likely made over $5 million in YouTube ad revenue alone. Combine that with Twitch, and the 35-day America tour brought in roughly $6.6 million. Now that's impressive, but how does it compare to other streaming giants? Take Kaizenat's Mafia on 3, for example. With 1.1 million Twitch subscribers at $5 each, that's already over $5.5 million. On top of that, with an average of 130,000 live viewers for 696 hours of streaming and ad rates shared by his friends, Kaizenat generated around $13.5 million from ads. All told, his subathon brought in roughly $19 million. Numbers-wise, that's nearly 3 times what Speed earned. But here's the interesting part. Money isn't everything. While Kaizenat made more, Speed gained more followers. Over 2.2 million new fans across platforms, compared to just over 1 million for Kai Cenat. That's audience growth that will pay dividends for years. Beyond the cash, it's about long-term value. Speed built a community, created memorable experiences, and strengthened his personal brand. It's the kind of growth that outlasts a single paycheck and ensures he can keep creating and monetizing for years to come. The Speed's America Tour proved one thing: consistency, energy, and authenticity win. He traveled non-stop, created unforgettable moments, and built his community stronger than ever. Millions tuned in, but the real victory was the connection he made with fans, something no numbers can fully measure. This tour set a new standard for streaming, showing that bold ideas executed with passion leave a lasting impact.